Hi guys, welcome back to AndroGuider. So in this video we are going to review the Hazy 5 ROM. So as you can see that this ROM is based on Android Marshmallow 6.0.1. It comes in with the August 5 security patch, which is the latest security patch. The release date is 6th of August, and this is Hazy 5. And then we have the Hazy mod version, Hazy 5 6.0.1, and then the build date Sprout 4, which is the codename of the device. And then if this is stable, experimental, whichever release it is. And then you can see that the build number is MTC20F, and the SE Linux status of the stock kernel is at permissive by default. Additionally, the developer options are not enabled by default, so if you want to enable them, then you should tap on the build number 7 times to do that. Okay, so first of all we will get into the flagship features of this ROM. So first of all we have the Hazy camera in, which is the speciality of this ROM. So this is different from all the other cameras which we have. First of all, I will show you the about the Hazy camera. This is Hazy camera, and then the version code is 1, and this was compiled back in 2015 maybe. And this has a lot of features, and as I told you that this is the flagship feature of this ROM. So we will get into the features. First of all, what the Hazy camera has to offer. Okay, so you can just access all these settings by tapping on this gear icon in the top right corner. So first of all we have auto stabilize, lock the photo or the video orientation. By default it is not locked, but for the purpose of this video I have locked it to portrait. Then we have face detection too, and then if you want to have any timer in between when you press on the camera icon to snap a photograph, then if you want to have any timer in, then you can do that. 3 seconds, 5 seconds, and the 10-second options are available. And then if you want to have the timer beep countdown in, then you can check in this option. Then we have the burst mode, and you can customize this. Then we have the burst mode interval to 1 seconds, and then it goes all the way up to 5 minutes. um, then we have more camera controls, pause after taking a photo, and then the volume keys, how the volume keys should react when you are using the camera. Either take the photo, focus, zoom in or zoom out, change the exposure level, switch auto stabilize on or off, change the device volume, or do nothing. Then you can change where the photos and videos that you take should be saved. Then you can change the photo prefix and the video prefix too. Then show the camera when the device is locked. So if this option is enabled, then you can straight away open the Hazy camera right over the lock screen. So say if you have any lock screen or pin lock set in, then you won't need to enter that when you are accessing the bottom right screen camera shortcut. You can straight away just swipe right and open the Hazy camera, and then lock the screen when recording videos and rotation preview. So then we have the on-screen graphic user interface, preview size, uh, show the zoom features, show zoom slider control, show angle line, compass direction, show the time, battery, show a grid. These are the options which we have. Display 3x3 grid or a 4x2 grid. I will be covering up this grid option too. It is present there in the main screen of the app. I will just cover up that. Then if you want to show a crop guide displays a rectangle showing what the specified aspect ratio looks like. Useful if you plan to crop the photo or video afterwards to a different aspect ratio. It requires the WYG photo mode or being in a video mode. Okay, so if you want to do that, then you can. Then if you want to keep the display on when the Hazy camera is open, you can do that. Force maximum brightness too, and definitely this is recommended. um, then we have the photo settings, camera resolution. Again, you can configure the camera resolution, image quality from 1% to 100%, anything you want to choose. Stamp the photos with the date and time on and the GPS info if you want to do that. Custom text, stamp the photos with the custom text, anything you want to enter. Font size, you can just configure the stamping size, the when the if you are uh, stamping your photos with the date and time, GPS info, or any custom text, then that font size can be customized too. Next up we have the video settings, so you can configure the video resolution too. Enable video stabilization, video bitrate, again up to you. Video frame rate, these are the options which we get. Maximum duration of the video, you can customize that. Restart video after the maximum duration, and then record audio source, up to you, and then the flash while recording the video. Then we have the location settings, show the location data. If you want to enable geotagging, then you have to check in this option, store the compass direction, and require the location data. So these are all the settings which we have in the Hazy camera, and then you can view about the app and and then if you want to go back to the settings which Hazy camera came in with, then you can just tap on the reset settings option. Okay, so I told you that I would be covering up that grid feature. So okay, we'll go into this one by one. So first of all, if you want to change from the back camera to the front camera, then you can tap on this option, and then we have if you want to enable the flash automatically, turn it off, then you can do that too. Then we have HDR2 in. Okay, so you can just, when you tap on this arrow, so this is the grid which I was talking about, display a 3x3 grid or a 4x2 grid. Again, that's up to you. And this is the 4x4 grid, I think. Rule of thirds. Okay, so this is a 3x3 grid. Then if you want to just focus on any area manually in, then you can do that from in here. The grid feature is pretty useful to have in. And then if you want to have the timer in, you can do that. These are the FPS options. Default 15, and then it goes all the way up to 120. And then we have the ISO mode, so you can configure that too. And then if you want to change the different camera modes, cloudy, daylight, fluorescent, and this is incandescent. I don't know how you should pronounce that, but anyways, so this was the great feature which I wanted to show you. And the camera works really well. I will just snap off one or two photos for you guys to see. Okay, so it snapped one, snap two. So this is happening because I had enabled that pause feature, and that pause after taking photo feature, that is not enabled by default, but I just enabled that. Okay, so just take a photo. Okay, so that's it. And if you want to have a look at the snaps which we took, then these are the snaps. And then also the gallery which we are getting in this ROM, that is the CyanogenMod mod 11 gallery. Again, so I believe that you guys would be familiar with the gallery too. And then from the top left corner, you can check out how much free memory is left. So that's all what we have got in the Hazy camera. Next up, now we'll get into customizations which the ROM has to offer. There is another great feature about this ROM, the one-handed mode, which I will be covering up too. Then we have the Hazy settings. So first of all, you can configure the notification light and the battery light. Again, then the battery light, pulse if the battery is low. So my device does not allow you to customize the battery, the battery LED colors, or the colors of the LED lights. the notification lights, they just can't be changed. For that I have to use a third-party app. So if you're using a device such as the OnePlus One or the Nexus 6, Nexus 6P, Nexus 5X, anything of that sort which allows configuration of the notification lights, then definitely you would be seeing more options in the notification settings. Then we have the status bar settings, double tap to sleep, customize the. Then we have the battery settings, battery icon style, dotted circle is present in, and this option is absent from many ROMs these days. Then if you want to show the battery percentage inside the icon or next to the icon, you can do that. Quick pull down, smart pull down, quick settings. So these are the quick settings which are enabled by default. um, and then these are the ones which you can add on. There is only one extra option of the broadcast style. And then if you want to go back to the stock layout, just press the reset icon. Then we have the 3-finger screenshot feature, one-handed mode. I will be covering that up in the end. And then we have the long press the recent key to switch to the last app. If you want to do that, you can. Then we have you can have playback control too. So using the volume keys, you can directly skip tracks when the screen is off. Then you can configure the lock screen wallpaper too. And then in the end we have the network traffic settings. So you can enable the outgoing traffic, incoming traffic, or both the outgoing and the incoming traffic. And then we have the display unit, bits per second or bytes per second, update interval, auto hide the network arrows when the data rate exchange is below a certain speed, which you can adjust. Say when the data rate exchange is below 10 kbs per second, then the network traffic indicators will automatically be hidden. Okay, the one-handed mode. Okay, so this is the one-handed mode. So if you are using a device with a big screen, and most of the times we prefer to use our phone with only one hand, then this feature is comes in really very handy. There are certain bugs though. So first of all, I will just tap on the search icon, and you can see that the AOSP keyboard, that does not resize as per the one-handed mode. The icons which are present, so say after IO is present, that is missing, and all this stuff needs to be configured. And then you will be getting a force close. Okay, so that is one of the bugs, but rest of all that rest of it, it works fine. It works really well. So if you want to use this feature in, then this is a really very great feature of the ROM. Again, another flagship feature of the Hazy ROM. I'll just disable the one-handed mode. Then next up we have the display settings. So first of all we have the brightness level. I guess I should have moved it way up just before the video. I'm sorry guys. Then we have adaptive brightness. You can change the wallpaper, sleep timeout, press the power button twice to launch the camera too. Then we have daydream, font size, and when the device is rotate the contents of the screen or stay in the portrait view, because I have just currently locked the screen at the portrait mode. And in the end we have the cast mode. Then we have the sound and notification settings. In other sounds we have the dial pad tone, screen locking sounds, charging sounds, touch sounds, and vibrate on touch. That's all. Then we have the apps. So if you want to have a look at the apps which you get in, we have the H manager, which I will be coming up shortly. And additionally, just make a note that SuperSU is not present in, so there is no way that you can get root access. You will have to flash the SuperSU flashable zip file right when you are flashing the ROM. I will again put down a link below in the description for that too. So make sure that if you want to get the root access in, then you need to flash SuperSU too. Storage and USB, just in case you want to check it out, 231 MBs, pretty lightweight ROM. This is by default for my device. About 300 or 400 MBs are occupied by default. So considering all that, this is a really very lightweight ROM. And I'm talking about the memory which is in there before flashing the G apps. Then we have the battery settings. So we have the battery saver in, and since this ROM is based on AOSP, you can enable the battery saver whenever you want to. um, and just as you can see that I'm not using any custom theme at the moment, and the ROM offers its own theme. And similarly, you can see that the quick settings panel is also themed, and the settings menu, all the icons, all the icons which are in here too, some of them are themed to, say, the settings icon, the H manager, so all that stuff is themed too. Okay, so um, then we'll get into the security settings. Unknown sources is checked in by default, so you don't need to worry if you plan to sideload any apps, then it is checked in. Then we have the developer options in the end. Advanced reboot, it is not enabled by default, so make sure that you enable that. USB debugging, again, it is not checked in by default, so just in case you plan to restore your apps using titanium backup, then this option is definitely recommended to be enabled. And using Android debug mode, you can also access the fast boot in, so just in case you run into any problem, then you can use your PC to recover your phone. And then we have the multi-window mode too. And in the end, we don't have the kill app back button, I suppose, and I didn't come across that feature too. So that's all what we have in the settings. And now if you want to check out all the apps, the H manager, okay, so this file manager which has been made by the ROM developers. So settings, then you can view the about app, H manager, a minimalist, intuitive, beautiful file manager for Android Jelly Bean and up. Okay, so you can root access, you can enable that. I'll just reload the app. So anyways, you can view the how much memory is free and all that stuff. You can also browse through the root files. If you just want to check in that works. And additionally, I was exploring a bit, and it doesn't offer you, it can't open any zip files, or just unzip them, fail to unzip the file, it didn't get something in. And then at the same time, you can create a blank file or a new folder, and it's a really well designed app, I would say. Then you can view downloads, music, pictures, everything. They have sorted out the stuff. We have the search feature into sort by, and the filter options too. So that's all what we have in the H manager. And then if you want to check out the settings of the stock launcher, then you can enable or disable the rotation of the screen. And the wallpapers, these are the wallpapers which we get in with the ROM. That's all what we have. And widgets, we have a camera widget to snap a photo. We have a settings screenshot too. You can just enable any one of them, anything which you want to, say the battery saver, if you want to just enable that, and boom, you just tap on the widget, and it will open the battery saver menu directly. So pretty handy widget too. And then snap a photo quickly. So if you want to just quickly snap a photo in, then you can do that, and it will just take a photo quickly and get back to you. There you see. So that's all what I suppose I have got for you guys in this video. And so if you like the video, then do hit the thumbs up button, and if you want to get in a notification in whenever I upload my next video in, then do subscribe to my channel. So thanks for watching guys, and have a nice day. Ada.